Well, the former head of state, Edgar Chagwa, as you may be aware, has been out of the country for the most part of 2025. He left the country just around the beginning of this year in January for a health checkup or some health reasons. No further detail has been shared. Earlier on, it was communicated to be a routine annual health checkup that he does. So, but since then, he has not been back in the country. The wife came back, should have been 2 weeks ago, to attend to some of court cases that she has with regard to property alleged to be perceived to be proceeds of crime. So she came to attend to those cases. I'm pretty sure maybe now she's gone back to be at his bedside or pretty much be with him. But since then, he's been out of the country, but he hasn't stayed out of the news headlines. Every time he's in the news headlines. So Chief Etayari put up this by Edgar Lungu, Ami Posha, at don't listen to those who are saying he's dying. Even in 2026, we will be with him. So there are some news headlines that were speculating about his health and the state that he's in. And then Chief Etayari alleges to say he has spoken to him and is greeting you. I doubt the credibility of this particular post. Could just be a political statement. But anyway, resist attempt. Hakainde HTML wants to change a constitution for his survival, Fred Membe. This is in the mass newspaper. So that's referring to the alleged, the proposed constitutional amendment, so draft that has been proposed by the UPND government, saying, no, that's Hakainde HTML's strategy for him to prolong his stay in power, according to Fred Membe there. What is Muniazulu says, please do not be distracted from discussing the constitutional amendments by people of ill intent to discussing Edgar Chagwa Lungu. I spoke to Edgar Chagwa Lungu a while ago. So Muniazulu insists to say, just like Chief Etayari has said, he has also spoken to the former head of state and is in good health and condition. So any allegations with regard to the state of the president, the former head of state's health, shouldn't be worrying anyone. Let us focus on the constitutional debate currently ensuing in the nation. That's just one way of distracting people, bringing up this Edgar Lungu's health situation. What is the news, diggers? Constitution cleanup is on. Constitution cleanup is on. Ministry of Justice will soon release draft State House has informed the nation. So probably today it will be a bone of contention in Parliament if they bring it up. So that's the communication coming from State House. The draft is ready. Now the people are asking who drafted that. To which Edgar Lungu has officially commented and responded on his particular page, official page. Edgar Chagwa Lungu put up this article in response to what's ensuing in the nation, and this is what he had to say. So good morning, good afternoon, fellow citizens. Change begins with each of us. Today I speak with a profound pride as I reflect on the nation's recent Women's Day and yesterday's Youth Day celebration. To our women, our mothers, Anamayo, your vibrant participation in the Women's Day was both amazing and inspiring. Marching in such large numbers demonstrated your unwavering commitment to a better Zambia. As I mentioned in my earlier message to you, I continue working. Let's continue working together to achieve gender equality together, because you are the voice of the voiceless. To our youth, by Yufi, by Iche. As a member saying, as a member cousins say, imitikula empanga, meaning today's seedlings are tomorrow's forest. So yesterday, you showed the world that you can no longer be pushed down and manipulated or even bullied. Though I was far, I was proud to see they come out, for you to come out in large numbers, even when the political environment was made hostile and violent by the ruling United Party for National Development Youth in some places such as Lundazi, Kitwe, and Lusaka. Job well done for restraining yourselves, because two wrongs never make a right. Now, to Tonse Alliance, together, let us secure our 2026 victory by ensuring we obtain our national registration cards and voters cards. As that we can exercise our rights on 12th of August 2026. That's the election day, the general election day in Zambia next year. That's what he's referring to. Remember, Ulumbi lwa Mulwanda kukakata. This means those that feel the hunger today must remain strong and fearless. And then in a like manner, I am calling upon all gallant women and youth across the nation, across Zambia, to stand up and reject the United Party for National Development's dishonest schemes to amend the Republican Constitution with the intent of politically advantaging the sitting president to remain in power in 2026. The exercise is politically unhealthy, undemocratic, unacceptable, and necessary, especially that this is the same leader with his political party that violently opposed and widely protested against our Progressive Bill 10 in 2020. As we approach 2026, the United Party for National Development, UPND, shall become more and more politically desperate and relentless. But we should not allow them to alter our constitution selfishly and patriotically. As Tonse Alliance, we join the progressive opposition parties, religious organizations, and civil society groupings, scholars and advocates, and other stakeholders in opposing any constitutional amendments that lack legitimacy, violate popular views and democratic values and principles of good governance. It goes further to say, may God continue to bless you, women and youth, and may God bless Zambia. Ichalo Chesu Bonse. This is our country together. Let us work together in protecting the interests of Mother Zambia. Dr. Edgar Chagwa, 6th President of Zambia and Patriotic Front and Tonse Alliance Chairman. So he signs it off. That's an article coming from the former head of state. And then to which Grayson Amasaka has responded, that particular article and statement. And then obviously Patriotic Front also the question to say if Grayson Amasaka, this is the official, pretty much like more like the communication specialist from State House, put up this article, to which Patriotic Front respond to say, does President Hakainde Hichilema want us to discuss his health? The fact that Grayson Amasaka is discussing Edgar Chagwa health there. So the question to say is that the format, pretty much that article coming from Grayson Amasaka wasn't well received. And then with regard to Zambians have agreed to amend the constitution in affirmative massacre. And then George Mutonga, this is a UPND supporter based in the US, he asks, I did not receive any consultation, so then who did they consult? And that's the argument that people have been asking to say, if you can see members of UPND itself are saying they did not receive that consultation, what more people that are from the outside? So the question is, who do you consult? Anyway, we wait and see how that plays out. But this is a statement that Clayson Amasaka, I always call him Clayson, it's Clayson Amasaka had put up. So a statement on former President Edgar Chagwa health, and a recent social media post, the Edgar article that I read to you from Edgar Chagwa. Our former head of state, Dr. Edgar Chagwa recently, is currently receiving medical treatment in South Africa for and disclosed their illness at this time. What needs most is our sympathy, support, and prayer for his swift recovery. We are therefore deeply disappointed by the recent post on his official Facebook page, allegedly made by his handlers. So referring to that particular post to say that was put up by his handlers, not the head of state himself. The former head of state. and it's not in good taste. People will not wish him well because it's a politically charged statement. But anyway, that's one the Patriotic Front I refer to say. Now that a massacre is referring to the former head of state's health, then does it leave it open for the Patriotic Front and other opposition to talk about Hakainde Hichilema's health? So you can see politics there. And then news diggers, we have agreed to amend the constitution before 2026 elections. It's Hakainde Hichilema. So that's the question people have been asking. Say, who is we in this case? Because it's supposed to be the general public, the Zambians at large. And then news discuss goes further to say the youth have agreed that we must amend the constitution, insist Hakainde Hichilema. So anyway, so that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Keep you posted.